Okay, my friends, today I'm going to talk about a new instrument from Eastwest. This is called String Machine. And this is an instrument that immediately caught my attention when it came out. It was added to the Composer Cloud Plus. So this is an instrument that pretty much encapsulates, in my opinion, sounds from the 70s, retro cinematic sounds. You can create amazing textures and beautiful combinations very, very easily. So I'm going to show you why I like this instrument so much, and I'm going to show you how you can create your own sounds as well with it. Now, I want to say this video is kindly sponsored by Eastwest, but they have no editorial input in this video. They haven't told me what to do. They have no idea what I'm gonna do. These are my honest opinions. I think you're going to see why I like this instrument. It's right up my alley. Okay, I do film music. I love epic cinematic sounds. I love synths, retro sounds. And this is what this instrument is all about. Big thanks to Eastwest for supporting the channel. Let's have a listen. So let me show you. The first thing that caught my attention is that this instrument has sounds from Arp Solina, from the OBX, the Oberheim, the Jupiter, Roland synths, and so on and so forth. And this is all fantastic, but what really made the difference for me and what made it click for me, and that's why I wanted to show this to you as well, is how you can layer things on top of these amazing waveforms. So the sound that I played, I created from scratch, right? So basically, this has many, many layers. As you can see, we have 4 different layers here, but each layer can contain many different sounds. This instrument comes, of course, with presets, but for this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to sound design your own presets and your own sounds. But of course, if you want presets, they're still there, but it's so easy to program and it's so much fun that I think if you try it, you're going to go to town with it. So, let me show you. As you can see, first of all, I have my mod wheel here. This creates some beautiful crossfades with different textures. And the expression controls the filter. Very, very useful. Now, what I'm going to show you is how you can start creating your own sounds, and I want to show you what's in there, because that's the most important thing, and that's the most fascinating thing in my opinion. Now, when you want to create your sound, all you need to do is click on these switches here, and you can turn them on or off. So, I'm going to turn everything off, and I'm going to show you how these things sound. First, we have the synth section, the red section. So, as you can see, we have 60 strings. And we have alternate versions for any one of these layers. So let's turn on the alternate. That sounds beautiful. And of course we have chorus. Makes the sound really wide, and ensemble chorus. And I love the ensemble chorus. And that's on every one of the engines here. Okay, so this is the first one. Let's try the second one. This is the 70 strings. Alternate. rich, rich, rich. Let's go for the 80s strings. And of course we have an ADSR, so we can make this more towards a pad. You know, or we can make it really short, for example. Now let's try pad A. So warm, so beautiful. Alternative? Let's go for pad B. How does that make you feel? Let me know in the comments down below. I mean, it's a joy playing this instrument. You know, I think that what makes an instrument special is when it inspires you to play and keep playing and keep playing and coming up with new ideas, you know, especially if you're doing film composing. You can watch a scene and then you can just... So for me, this is an instant inspiration machine. Let's try pad C. Let's go for a B flat minor. I think I hear a specific element on the left channel that kind of tells me which synth this is. Let me know if you know as well. Okay, alternate. I'll be honest with you, I've been using Eastwest instruments for ages. I mean, I remember I had the complete composers collection, paid for it and everything, you know, it wasn't like sponsored. That was way before YouTube days. If you know me in person, you will know I was a big fan, but they always come up with something that's really inspiring. You know what it reminds me of when I play these instruments? When I get a hardware synth, you know, like the montage where I sit down and I play the sounds and I'm like, immediately I can write 5 songs in like one sitting. Now let's go to the next layer, which is the strings layer, and this is what made the click for me. These sections here, because these are beautiful, of course, but if it was, you know, just an arpsolina, it wouldn't say much. This is really interesting though. So I'm going to turn on all the layers. So we have violins, violas, cello, and basses, and let me play them for you. Alternate. And of course, when you add the chorus and the ensemble chorus, it becomes like a... So these are the strings. Now let's move on to the flutes here and the reeds. Alternate. Trumpets. Trombones and horns. And alternates. And I mean, I'm not surprised that this sounds so good because obviously Eastwest know how to do orchestral sounds. Now, the last layer is the cherry on top for me. I'm a huge choir lover. I love the choir sounds. I love choirs. I love writing for choir. It's one of my favorite instruments, if you want to call it this way. But this layer is brilliant. And you know why? Because many times when you do this kind of music where you have synth textures and you're creating like a kind of a retro cinematic soundtrack, you want to have a little bit of choir there, but you don't necessarily want to load a massive choir library with all the articulations and, you know, the expressions and the word builders and all these things. And this is exactly what you might need. So let me show you the men and women first. Alternatives. You know what? I'm gonna play this in a second. Let's play the vintage men and vintage women. Normal first. Alternate. I mean, let me know in the comments down below what you think. I love it. I absolutely love it. I find it so inspiring. Let's try the female ones. You know what I'm gonna do with this? Let's go like this. And you know, this is a nice sound to show you the reverbs. Eastwest gives you 4 different reverbs to blend. So I can start with the first one. Nice reverb design there. That's really, really long. So now I can just blend all of these reverbs at once. So as you can understand, it's extremely easy to start building a sound. So for example, I can start with the vintage men and the vintage women. I'm gonna make them long now. I'm going to add some trumpets and trombones and the strings, why not? And maybe I want to add maybe the 80 string and pad B. And if you want to make things wider, you can use the stereo field knob here. Really nice and easy. So I'm going to play something, let's see. I mean, it's epic. Let's try something else. I'm going to mute the trombones and the trumpets, and I'm going to go more for the violas, the cello, the strings in general, and I'm going to use the alternates here on the strings, and maybe I'm going to add these choirs here. Let's see. what to say. I mean, I can get carried away with this, so I'm going to play a little bit more. I'm going to try some different combinations. So 70s, 80s, and let's try and add the horns. And I'm gonna go for the vintage men and women in this case. Let's see. I mean, I don't even know what I'm gonna play, but see, I mean, this is the thing. You know, this really inspires you to play. Let's see. Should we go minor or major? Yeah, there are some instruments that have this effect on you. I'm not gonna say anymore. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about String Machine. I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy composing, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.